Ai, esemben na edi adencheche. Esemben na edi erisie. Esemben na edi adadadade. Eufobia member TV so. Abankesiem twumadi. Ai. Esemben ai. Time if Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan. Na ekasei. Ai. Time if Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan. Na enra Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan okasipa. Enra Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan wakasa papa. Kyerɛ sɛ MPP no yɛne tumi ni ma na obetumi wi ni power no ama yɛn. Wakyerɛ papa. Wakyerɛ sɛ MPP no yɛne tumi ni ma na ɔne bɔkɔ bɔhyɛ na asase ne so. Bɔhyɛ na asase ne so. Honorable ɛne yɛbɛduru hɔ. Ɔne kwesi pratt ɛyɛ interview. Na interview no wotu sɛ yes. Ɛni akasa. Interview no wotu sɛ yes. Penny akasa. Kennedy wakasa. Na Kennedy Japan. Pemaba. MPP no wɔse tumi no obɛgye ama yɛn. Honorable say tumi no MPP New Patriotic Party Soroman Yukuo no obɛgye tumi no ama yɛn 2028. Na me ɛyɛ adoma. Mene Honorable ɛyɛ adwen. Obɛtumi agye ɛnso ama MPP. Na yebusa no questions bebree. Ɛdeɛ na kɔfa baayɛ a ma wulusu o first primaries no. Wɔsi bibia first time. Wulusie no. Amana suadeɛ bie papa. Wulusie no. Amana suadeɛ yie pa. Na New Patriotic Party. MPP no. Obedi tumi no ama yɛn. Delegate for. Isabusan say, hey, Johnson said in Katia ba o say, oh, Johnson said in Katia. Johnson, oh, you know me. Me bono, hands down. Hands down, cry. Me Johnson said in Katia. Ah, you know me. I said in Katia. When you me bono fin from. And I said, Honorable. Na poku at mine. Vice President currently also ebeba was on the onye so no contest so nobody and obatam na to baby kura and we say Honorable obi adwuma Julius Zebra so ehwe bi adwuma ohwe grassroots na Julius Zebra so be was Julius Zebra you know me Julius Zebra oni me 80 ma NDC for helm ho ma NDC for ma mu ham ho se wo mu no bi beba me akompreko e Japan mebuo mu nyina ene ebusa Honorable se Honorable e na emprempre enipa ebondin ena e wo Canada Japan no wankasa wo te sen akompreko no ukonya wo akompreko eno ukunya ewe oja ko breko no enye ni di ensuo wewrapra ana oye bibi na ase omre fere no enye ni real name na ompesisie a life ompe esisie etiro timi kana twene sede otie sa na otie ne ba creative nso a opie ni mu no ana ebusa ne se MPP emu no wankasa umodi moti se o MPP primaries yosi now 2023 amu call against me all government appointees all the government machineries they can't mean one person only one MPP sintamolison pen better machi eso amu bo wantimi enei obi ensuro biem sa tete Paris sinani ye no esi etwam Kennedy akompreko e Japan emaba wakasa papa na yewura kwesi pratt wakere se we senior journalist osisa obusa onabo no yewura akwesi pratt ankir kwesi akere se we senior journalist on faha na onabo ne atoa on faha na akompreko on atoa on faha na onabo ne atoa ana osabusa ne se we den ana ye need tensors of Kennedy Japan ema os enoma na ndisi for ye o ana enye ana meka ho asem no Miami party fo esori tia me Miami party for esori etia me Kennedy Japan entenei so ma sori etia me na me bondis for yam na nei o ma sori etia me a enu kwa se enei me kasa biem tire ma edin no because say endis for ya de na me keka mo se 10 cents of a day Kennedy Japan untin say me bo endis for ya ma na ejira sade we so wana bo akopra ko Kennedy ahiniba e Japan wakasa
models and the role models, they are pragmatic ones. A pragmatic leader like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When you look at the existing infrastructure in this country, about 60% of it was done by Nkrumah on the period of 9 years, from 1957 to 66. And up to now, we've not been able to match what he did. I go around the country and I see the works of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and he's been my role model. If any president in Ghana that I want to beat his record is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Wow.
And if you give me 8 years, I'll beat his record. Why I want to be president is that, one, we need a selfless leader. 2, we need a bold leader. 3, we need a decisive leader. And 4, we need a pragmatic leader. Enough is enough of the theories. We've been propounding theories, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I feel, first, we are not on top of the game because we have to be brilliant on the basics.
Kennedy wahiniba Japan ani atene kano Kennedy wahiniba Japan ani atene kano eti wakasa pa wana bo wakasa wana bo ne nyoma ekufom wakyerɛ sɛ MPP no yɛne tumi ne ma no a ɔbɛgye ama yɛn wakasa papapapapa wɔde abɔ akɔmpere kɔ Japan Ken akasa na interview akasa yi nkɔfo bebree ɛso kasa phobia member so kasa na akɔmpere kɔ Kennedy ɔhene ba Japan nyina nim sɛ MPP fo ne ne ba television ɔkyerɛ de obetumi ayɛboa party wakyerɛ de obetumi ayɛboa grassroots wakyerɛ de obetumi ayɛboa MPP ma Kennedy akɔmpere kɔ Japan wakyerɛ sɛ MPP no wase MPP fom pɛ sɛ wini power mamu nsa no ho nkɔfo obiara ɛyɛ ɔno a ɛnipa baako pɛ wase MPP pɛ sɛ wini power na mamu nsa no ho nkɔfa obiara ɛyɛ ɔno Kennedy akɔmpere kɔ Japan ɛna ɛsɛ moto so no ɔno betumi agye power no ama mo gentle Kennedy ɔhene ba Japan for interview with kwesi pratt yentie Kennedy.
Of Ghana.
Yes, sir. Oh, what convinces you that you are the best person for the New Patriotic Party?
Okay. My answer is simple. First, I have role models, and the role models, they are pragmatic ones. Pragmatic leader like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When you look at the existing infrastructure in this country, about 60% of it was done by Nkrumah on the period of 9 years, from 1957 to 66. And up to now, we've not been able to match what he did. I go around the country and I see the works of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And he's been my role model. If any president in Ghana that I want to beat his record is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Wow.
And if you give me 8 years, I'll beat his record. Why I want to be president is that, one, we need a selfless leader. Two, we need a bold leader. Three, we need a decisive leader. And four, we need a pragmatic leader. Enough is enough of the theories. We've been propounding theories, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I feel, first, we are not on top of the game because we have to be brilliant on the basics.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by brilliant on the basics is that this morning I met some youth and they are into coconut, mango production. And I was educating them how they can take it further by the coconut juice. I gave them example of Waitrose in London, where you go, Indonesia, this coconut juice. And on the UK market, it's 75p.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know all these things. Coconut, you can use, you peel it, and the husk can be used for fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
It can be used for charcoal. The coconut itself, they are growing. I don't know what informed them, but they don't know even about coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I mean by the basics.
Mm-hmm.
The mangoes that they are producing, they can dry them and it becomes like a biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things. The pineapple, I told them, pineapple, we can use pineapple. When you peel it off,
Mm-hmm.
what you are going to throw away, you can use it for perfume.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, perfume. Then you don't know the branches. When you go to Kenya, you see they use it for sneakers, pineapple, kwesi, plantain, and banana, the stem. We use it for this tapeti. Then the fugu, the thread that they use for fugu is also from, you can use plantain stem. They use it for diapers. They use it for tampers. But here, we throw them away. Cassava. We can produce or use cassava to produce about 32 different products. If you go to Thailand, then they put biscuits, cassava biscuits. You won't believe it. That is coming from cassava. I use cassava for starch. I always say that cassava is more important than gold and more important than coal. Because one product, if you can use it for one raw material that you can use it for over 32 products, then gold can match it. And the essentials in it, the starch. Almost every pharmaceutical industry, the tablets, it's swallow when we are sick, they put starch in it. So the demand for starch from our cassava that we use for garri, agbelima, fufu, and all those things, we can do better than that. We use cassava for ethanol. What are we doing? This is what I mean by basics. We have to be brilliant on the basics. When you go to maize, because you'll be surprised that Ghanaians, about 90% of the population, do not know that we have maize oil. One important personality, a top official, came to my house in New Jersey. I was talking about this. He didn't know. I drove him to Whole Foods and bought a gallon of it. Say Mazola corn oil. And the corn is there. You see it. Labeling. You can use corn for ethanol as well. In Brazil uses sugarcane for the ethanol. America uses corn for ethanol. And this ethanol that I'm talking about, we have companies in Ghana here that import 2.1 million tons of ethanol. The last time I checked in 2022, it was $962 per ton on the world market. So if you are buying 2.1 million tons, you're collecting $2 billion. Meanwhile, we can use 47,000 acres of maize farm, 2 seasons, which is 94,000 acres straight, and you can produce 2.1 million ethanol, which is equivalent to $2 billion. What are we doing?
You don't have to go to IMF.
It's close. So that is what I mean by we have to be brilliant on the basics. Without this, those talking about inflation, interest rate, the growth of GDP and all those things, it will not work. So the fundamentals are weak completely. So we have to be pragmatic in all our decisions. Kwesi, do you know that this is chipboard? All these that you see, like the wood, is chipboards, either from the main sawmill, the byproduct that they're going to try. I was going to Beer East and I saw them burning it. Meanwhile, they use it for this. And sugarcane. Sugarcane, when you take the sugar out, you get ethanol. After ethanol, the byproduct, they compress it and they get chipboards. After the chipboard, the last byproduct, they use it to generate power. Almost every sugar plant that I visited in India, Kulapu, Lokna, and all those things, they generate their own electricity. And excess is supplied with the national grid with sugarcane. So what they were doing at Central Region, I was just laughing. They don't know what to do.
So, Honorable, if you have these ideas, great ideas, want to rival Nkrumah or beat Nkrumah and so on, how could There's so many people close to you in your party. Who has been putting obstacles in your way?
Well, kwesi, you have been in politics for so long. Yeah, it's part of the game.
To put obstacles in the way of something which is
Sometimes the truth hurts. Me telling you that people are being purists, that alone affects some people. They are not pragmatic. They will talk about GDP, they will talk about interest rate, they will talk about inflations. Meanwhile, they are not brilliant on the basics that I've given you. So obviously, when you say that, it weakens them and they tend to hate you. Instead of embracing your ideas and sharing these ideas, your vision with you, they tend to hate you. So, in politics, that's the nature of the game. So I'm okay with it.
What is your track record in the party? Are you a founding member of the party? When did you join? What have you done to build this party?
Oh, I've done a lot for the party. Well, when you say founding members who sign, no. But we're the founding members when culture of silence, nobody could talk or speak. And the Dubois started speaking, we all joined. So I joined this party when it was Abankesiem, and it was a man called AGYAPONG. He was an ambassador, UN ambassador during Buzier's time, and after the coup, he stayed in America. But that's the father of Ochehene, Ochehene's father. He used his apartment to start this organization, as we call it, Abankesiem. Then he grew, he changed it to NPP. So I've been part of it from 1991, then came back in Ghana to support Dubois and all those things. I never gave up. My Dubois time, I stayed here for about 8 months. When I went back to America, I had lost everything and had to start life again. I've done so many things for the party. And sometimes when we say it, they say, Japan, whatever he does, he talks about it.
Why not?
I don't know. This is my biggest problem in the party. I can tell you today that there's a proverb which says, a sheep sweats, but we don't see it, feel it, because of
The skin.
the skin. If I tell you what I went through, a whole official planning that you should silence Kennedy Japan, don't give him businesses anymore, because when he gets money, he will be too powerful in the party. And they screwed me up from 2021 to 2024. It was August 2024 that I got a contract.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you survive?
I've told you, I'm a pragmatic person. And I build businesses not based on politics. I build businesses looking at the demand of the Ghanaian populace. And I make sure I do quality things so that wherever you go, irrespective of my party affiliation, because give out or sell quality products, you are forced to come to me. That is why I've survived. I can tell you, my co-stores, I'm the only person who has built co-stores with ammonia, the ammonia system. The freon is not expensive, but the ammonia is very, very expensive. And mine can go as low as low temperature, minus 25 degrees. So it attracts a lot of people. They come, they say, after taxes, somebody has given me $24,000, 3 months for renting one room. He has no choice because he doesn't want his fish or chicken to get spoiled. So he needs good systems. And I build good systems. So it has nothing to do with politics. They will come because they want quality products. That is how I survive. But I will tell you, I will not be ungrateful. The first term, I also got contracts. Why not? Now, the last time MPP people are here, the arguments they make, they don't know. It was deliberate attempt to lapse AGYAPONG.
But they didn't succeed, right?
Right, because now they need money to fund the party and they don't have it.
I'm going to come to that. I mean, there's a party with people like, obviously not just a few others. And in the beginning of the year, we had the party workers were not being paid at all. How come? That there are big people like you, successful people like you, and party people were not getting paid. What happened? What went wrong?
I'll tell you the graceful truth. I believe we are all Ghanaians. But if people sacrifice their life to make you whoever you are, the only thing you have to reward and do is to reward and appreciate their effort. It was unfortunate that we did not help a lot of people. People looking for appointment, they will tell them we are not here because of MPP. People looking for jobs, they will tell them. People that worked for MPP, they will tell them to go online. Sometimes, even recruitment, they have to go through hell. This is why it caused apathy among our party people. And they decided not to go and vote. One minister told me how he lost. In his constituency, he said around 2 p.m., the young ones were standing outside. He asked them to go and vote and said, we are not going to vote. Because when we were looking for a job, they were charging us.
Wow.
So we are not going to vote. And truly, he lost the election. So the apathy, one reason is party neglect. Yeah, I have to look, whatever I'm telling you today, they will insult me, they will do everything, but that's the gospel truth. They don't want the truth to be told, but that's the truth. We step on so many toes. They show some videos about AGYAPONG. He said this, oh, he's not a presidential material. And if they are not being diabolic, and you listen carefully, it was an advice I was giving them and criticizing some bad deeds of the party people. But now they use it against me. During the campaign, I've been quiet because during the campaign, they wrote 10 sins of Kennedy AGYAPONG. That's why I apologize to President Mahama, because he's been very nice to me. He loved me. He loves me and everything. His wife, because of party, I ignored this relationship and criticized him. And I have to be honest, I was harsh. Only for me now to come out, when I was criticizing NDC, my party was happy. But when I decided to contest, was the time that they used all the things against me. All the things I used to defend NDC became a sin. And they circulate around 10 sins of Kennedy AGYAPONG. So now I'm quiet because my argument is in the Bible, they have 10 commandments. And since Abraham's time, they've not added one to it to make 11. So 10 sins of Kennedy AGYAPONG, I'll never say anything for you to add 11 sins or 12 sins. That is why I'm quiet.
How can you campaign when you're quiet?
No, campaigning, like what is going on, I can say a few things about mistakes NDC is making, but now I'm not going to say it. Country broke, broke, we did inside.
Well, viewers, I promise you, we are in a conversation with Honorable Kennedy AGYAPONG. And as you do know, Honorable Kennedy AGYAPONG is aspiring to be president of Ghana. I said you wanted to be presidential candidate of the new Patriotic Party. Please no, president of Ghana. We're going to go for a short break. We're better than them. That you could do better than them. In the end, you followed why. Let's go on a short break, and when we come in, and we are in conversation with Honorable Kennedy AGYAPONG, presidential aspirant, president of Ghana, not presidential candidate of NPP. And he's in the studio, and we're having A very good conversation. My question, Honorable, you told us that some people could not take us to the promised land. Then you lost, and then we found you with the people who could not take us to the promised land. What happened?
Well, the mere fact that I was campaigning doesn't mean I'm against the party. If you're true and true party man, in contests, you can win, you can lose. So if you lose the election, you don't quit. You don't quit. That is why I joined. I'm still an MPP man. That is why I joined the campaign. And if I had not done that, look at what happened today. Can I even have the courage to say that I'm going to contest? No. Those who didn't have the patience and left, now they cannot come back and contest.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to stay and look at what God has for me, in store for me in future. And we're back again. You know, those days I was telling them the truth and they didn't listen. Rather, they used it against me that I was destroying the party. But let me take the opportunity to explain. In March 2022, I had about 240 million CDs in 6 banks waiting for a contract. It delayed. And after that, it didn't happen because I came out openly to contest. I gave the contractor $100,000 to buy doors from Turkey for me. And the invoice he gave me was 600,000 CDs. In August, when the goods arrived, he needed 100,000. Cleared them and, he came. The invoice of $100,000 in August 2022 was 1,550,000.
Why?
Yeah, because of CD depreciation. I was shocked. So when I gave the check, then I went back to calculate. In March 2022, the 240 million cedis was equivalent to $40 million because it was 6 cedis to $1.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I gave him 100,000 and he gave me invoice of 600. The same 100,000 in August 2022, it was 1,550,000. I went upstairs and started calculating the value in dollars.
Mm-hmm.
The $40 million in March 2022 was 15,483,000. If you like strike 240 million divided by 1.550, and you see $15,483,000 from $40 million. Money in the banks that have not used, taking risk to do business and
All gone.
yeah, just sitting in the bank, the depreciation, I lost almost $25 million. Am I the only businessman in this country? Colleagues be
Now to say Honorable Kennedy a Japan. Omo ya tema en ye pa. Including ni party for. Now to say omo ya tema eye Honorable Kennedy a compare kun a Japan ya. The businesses. So my man contract from since 2021. My man contract one till this August 24th, 2024, and so man contract. How many years? And then tell almost 3 years, 2021 to 2024, 3 years, and some man contract. And it is so much dinaburo because or be contest election. Papa no, yami shirano.
week later, I went to a great man. She was a beautiful lady. We always joke. I'm just there, cracking the jokes. Normally she would laugh, but this time she was cold. And I asked her, who called Jawana? I said, honorable. So could I me podia? Sent up the Yamiasi. So how can you make such a statement? And Oforiata's form, whatever you call it, was on her desk. And she was crying because she said in her sleep, the husband will wake her up. Why? What is wrong? According to her, the husband will hear her say, sigh, unaware. In her subconscious, she's thinking of, the money that she's lost and everything. And her problem was that she did not tell the husband that she had invested the money. So she couldn't tell the husband. Another time, when Deputy Chief Executive, MPP, called, say, Honorable, she was a nurse in UK, came back, invested a nation in these bonds. Now, and listen to what she said. Say, I did finance in Toronto, University of Toronto. But what Ken Oforiatta has brought, I don't even understand. Then I jokingly said, now you did finance University of Toronto, and me, I said them to my name school. Yeah. You see how you're cracking up the same way. Now she said, Honorable, look, I'm not joking. It's serious. So I had to go to the minister. Say, Minister, this will cause us defeat. And even our own people are disgruntled. So if you can do something about it. If you remember very well, they extended the date. Okay? Because I spoke to him. Then he said, well, there's nothing he can do. And so the former Chief Justice, Picketton. So during my campaign, I told them, nobody in that administration, he lost the election in 2022. Because Ghanaians have decided that they'll get rid of us. And they used that against me, that I caused their defeat. And you think Ghanaians that were suffering?
Because you spoke the truth.
Yeah. They use that. Some candidates go around, because of him, we lost the election. Did I say that when the fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you? Somebody quoted it. And I said, no. Did I say that I'm going to lock the dollar? It's under lock and key and give it to police or whatever? And you think I'm the only smartest human being in this country that did not listen or heard? And when they are losing their business and take a decision, now you use it against me that I caused the defeat. Today is an opportunity for me to explain this. Look at NBC average. The number of comments Benya said that they used against him, and compared to the number of this they said, I've said, they've never been fair. You see, they've never been fair. But I leave it to God. All the things I said was a caution to them. If they had listened to me, there wouldn't have been this humiliating defeat ever. They didn't listen. Because the whole party machinery was against Kennedy AGYAPONG.
But Honorable, those who didn't want you to win, let me put it mildly, those who didn't want you to win, they're still there. So what convinces you that this time around you will win? The people who obstructed you, they're still there.
They don't have the power.
Okay.
They don't have the power. This time, Ubia Nubia. People are not afraid of them. They were coerced. They were threatened. MCs, they were fought. If not, they'll remove you. The chief executives, they'll remove you. Ministers, they'll remove you. And few of them, I can quote Edward Martin, who openly supported me. They sacked him when he not sacked as such, when he was 60.
Mm-hmm.
A day before 60, they asked him to stop.
They couldn't wait.
Yeah. So they threatened a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
They were afraid. Some to lose their jobs, they had to stay wherever to make sure. Because we're not bold, look at what so lost.
One, we see some of the things still happening. MPs, they jump into buses and cars and they go and pledge allegiance to one candidate. Former DCs and MCs, they pack themselves into cars. They go and pledge allegiance to one candidate. This is what happened. It's happening again.
Let me tell you, kwesi.
Yes, sir.
As a leader, you should have your strategy. Do you know the number of people who have come to me that say, let's work together? I don't do those tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not scared. Even when 136 parliamentarians were against me, only Cynthia Morrison, Honorable Cynthia Morrison, came out to support. And you see what they did to her.
Mm-hmm.
So it means all those who were in position of trust, MCs, DCs, ministers, they were right not to have supported me because they would have been sacked like they did to Cynthia Morrison. They ganged up to make sure that he lost the primaries because he supported Kennedy. So I forgive all those people that out of fear voted against me. This time, they have the freedom and the right to choose candidate that Ghanaian loves to lead NPP. A candidate that Ghanaians have confidence to solve their problems. A candidate that the youth are yearning for to come and create jobs for them. And I know most of the people that voted against me are discerning, they've regretted, and I'm hopeful that this time around, God will lead me through.
First, we're going to go for another short break, and when we come back, I'd like to find out more from Honorable Lady AGYAPONG. Your name sometimes they say is Akompreku. I'd like to find out whether that's your true name or is it nickname. I mean, Akompreku maybe it's Rifa. So short break, and when we come back, we'd like to know whether 2029, January 7th. Honorable, I hear people call you Akompreku. What is that? I mean, is that your title? Is that your...
Abankesiem is a title. Those who live along the banks of river.
Mm-hmm.
In the river area. And they freaking believe. He said, anybody who has that symbol, you don't eat yam, some kind of yam, we call afasia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a kumpreku, a warrior, just from the river side. It's not my real name.
So you don't eat afasia?
No.
You believe it?
Yeah, because the first time I was stubborn, I ate, and there were a lot of boil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so ever since, I've never tried it again.
Okay. But that name is not just about balls, it's about something, it's about strength and so on.
Yes. So it's not my name.
Yeah, but what is it?
Simply straight talker, a fearless guy,
But that seems to be true.
Yes. And if he says so,
It appears to be true because you talk freely.
yeah.
No bones broken.
Yeah, because I'm bold from inception. You can check from Kumasi and Southern College, Winnipeg, and all those things. I've always been a fearless and bold guy. I'm not afraid. I only tell you my peace of mind. And one thing good about me is, let me have an argument with you today. When I leave here, that's it.
Sure.
Don't think about him, kwesi Pratt, what I'll do to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people are so malicious. When they speak to you, they go back and sleep over it and what they are going to do.
Because they're planning to get
Yeah, when I speak my mind, that's it. I don't have anything against you.
Oh, but can we spend a little time to talk about the arrangements? There's been a lot of talk about top-down approach, bottom-up approach, and so on. The arrangement for the election of the presidential candidate, are you comfortable with it?
Well, at this point in time, I don't have a choice than to go by whatever they are saying. But I was of the opinion that we start from bottom up, but it didn't work. But it's not, you see, in politics or in a party, it's not everything that you say that you think the whole entire party should accept. So I take it in good faith, whatever decision. Certain times there are changes that are necessary to be done. So I don't have a problem. Just as I also started talking when Dr. Bawumia was going the thank you tour, I told them that we should give amnesty to all the party people that have left out of annoyance and all those things. And today they granted it, they've given them amnesty. I also spoke against what they do to former chief executives, former constituency executives, former members who have taken key positions and do not have voting rights. Nobody can take that credit because I use myself as an example that I've been a member of parliament for 24 years, 6 consecutive terms. Now that I'm no more a member of parliament, I don't have a voting right. How? So by so doing, that the chief executives, constituency executives, and any member that has played a key role to have a voting rights, and it was granted. So now, if you want bottom and they say top bottom, why would you disagree? You can't get everyone. You can't win all. You win some, you lose some. So I managed to speak on behalf of the disgruntled people to come back. They've granted it. I managed to speak for all parliamentarians, former parliamentarians, MCEs, and they've also granted it. So if you don't win bottom up, no problem. But I am true party man. I'm not scared of anything. I know the grassroots, they are waiting patiently for me.
Some of your key supporters, people who really want you to be president, have been injured, they've been beaten, they've suffered all kinds of things. What are you doing for them?
I've apologized on their behalf, or on the party's behalf, whatever transpired. And those who were actually beaten during my primaries, I've employed some of them I've given them monies. Just last week, one guy came. When he was talking to me, he started coughing. He went out and he coughed blood. I said, how? He said, well, I've gone to the hospital. They've given me this. I have to go and pay. And I don't have money. I said, blood? Go and do the test. So how much? He said 15,000. I gave it to him. Because I know the role he played for me. I believe in loyalty. So I've been helping. And the party people, when they come with their needs, those who have been hurt, those who have been beaten, I help them in my own small way. So I think that's what I can do for them. There should have been a policy where the party itself has some coffers with money to solve such problems. Unfortunately, the party, they don't have the money. The two people that I think we didn't treat them fairly were the National executives. They didn't have
a Japan or Hineba. Wakasa papa. What say? We true and true kuku die. Compare what say? We true and true kuku die. What true? Se kwanya MPP party. Efa so wini. Kwanya MPP party. Efa so wini 2028 election. Emi adoma. Achiri nyina. No kasa fa ho. Ewa ha senso. Intie akompreko ewa ha.
you know.
But can we spend a little time to talk about the arrangements? There's been a lot of talk about top-down approach, bottom-up approach, and so on. The arrangement for the election of the presidential candidate, are you comfortable with it?
Yes. It was granted. So now, the two people that I think I want to have to speak the truth. You can kill me today, tomorrow, I still maintain my position. Some of them were afraid to speak. I remember I met their dean at Achiasi. He lamented this, and I told him, to come up, you have to demonstrate. But they kept quiet. And now most of them have become so unpopular in their constituencies because they couldn't speak. I will speak. Today, you see the way I'm talking, I'm calm. I'm not banking on this. I'm not doing that because I'm old. I'm mature. And to confess, I think it was good I lost the first time because the defeat has humbled me. That, that's the good side of it. Probably if I had won the first time, I would have won the general election anyway. I would have been solely headed. And let me tell the MPP people, I happened to be at Liberia president's inauguration. When I was checking, he put me into a hotel. When I was checking in, there were NDC people who were there already in the same hotel. Then one of the guys shouted, "In Japan, Ahansoa." So when I turned, then he said, "Ulusu yede any GO to champagne." Because we bought for 2 show style of campaign. Ideas na one and emotion. The Ulusu yani is a done deal. And they started popping champagne. Yeah, he told me, Liberia. So, it's MPP for NTNE. MPP for NTNE. They should listen to what Ghanaians are saying. Even the NDC. How hear President Mahama, my ideas were me and son. I incorporated it. So somebody said, well, we are, and I'm saying, now we party for one, they don't accept, be accepted. Big deal. And Ghana first. He feels this will help. That first one is the students joining the military for military training 6 months, and a couple of them, about 3, that he incorporated into it. Yeah, he wants to develop this country. So I don't have a problem. So MPP people should listen to what Ghanaians are saying, and they should see Kennedy Japan as a new brand. You see, the brand is now new. I'm cool, but I'm full of ideas.
Yeah. However, I'd like to ask about a particular person. That young student who was stabbed during the country tour. Where is he? What happened to him?
Oh, I took care of him. Now he's good.
Back to school?
Yeah.
Back to school.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you regret that because of you somebody was stabbed?
Oh, yes. It's unfortunate, but every misfortune is a blessing. I don't say this to disgrace the mother. Through the stabbing, I got in contact with the mother. And now I set her up. So maybe through the son, now she has a capital to do business. See, it's all good. But he came to me the other day, the boy himself, came. He's back. It's cool. But all I'll say is the advice is we shouldn't take politics that far. We shouldn't take politics that far. And if they don't read the Bible, they should go and read. It says, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his life?
You read the Bible?
I did BT, I did RS, and I did theology 3 years.
But that's different from believing in it.
I believe in God, yes.
You're a serious Christian.
Yes, anybody who thinks there's no God, personally think he's a fool. Because I don't want anybody to come and tell me speaking in tongues means he's a Christian or whatever. No. But what makes me believe, even if it's not God, in traditional religion, they call it omnipotent. The mere fact that we are here today, around 9-10 p.m., you feel so tired, you sleep, and you don't even know where you are. That alone tells you there's a superior being. And that supreme being can be called God. So I believe in God.
What's in AGYAPONG? Also, Jinyankopon di honorable. Akopra kosi, we believe in God. Jinyankopon ni Nyankopon ho. So far as okoda na dwa. Unu kwa nkroba paso adano. Believe in God. There is God. Jinyamidi.
Someone was a man of God, prophet. There were other false prophets. So right from about over 1,000 years ago, there were false prophets and genuine ones. So it hasn't changed.
We are still there.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take another short break. And when we come back, this is going to be the last leg of this conversation. I'd like you to assess the current situation where we are today. And honestly, if you look at where we are today, do you think that your party has a fighting chance if you look at where we are today? So when we come back, short break, Honorable Kennedy AGYAPONG. Honorable, you say it as it is. Everybody knows that about you. The current situation where we are now, do you think that your party has a fighting chance?
Well, the answer is simple. We have a fighting chance, but depends on the candidate they choose. If they choose Kennedy AGYAPONG, they have a fighting chance. I'll beat NDC hands down. And I'm going to do it. I have fantastic ideas as I speak to you. See, we go back to what I said. Brilliant at the basics. When I went to Dubai and met a group of businessmen trying to bring businesses to Ghana, just cherry tomatoes. The demand on European and Asia market, you have no idea. From a club place, Santla, all the way to Aflao. What are we doing? What are we doing? I met a guy, he has invested in cannery, tomatoes, factory in Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire. He said, when he first got to Senegal, they were producing 15 tons. Today, they are producing 70 tons per head.
Wow.
So economies of scale, they are very, very competitive compared to a Ghanaian farmer who is also producing 15 tons per hectare. The cost of production obviously becomes high. So when I came, I immediately went to Accra and acquired 56,300 acres. Speaking to my Indians and what we want to do, I went to Didome. I acquired 30,000 acres, Abakuru, 30,000 acres for ethanol plant. I'm going to do that because I have 4 girls and they are all from Adidome. Every human being is selfish. Yes.
How many children do you have, by the way?
I have 22. I've always.
I compare.
I have 4 girls. 4 girls.
22.
Yeah.
How did you manage it?
Well, I love kids.
Wow.
I love kids. And 4 of them from Volta region, Didome.
The girls.
Yes, the girls.
All the girls are from the water.
No,
Oh.
I see 4 of them.
Okay.
So I bought those land to put up the ethanol plant to make sure when I'm dead, they will inherit that and run it. I went to Dubai and met the king of Fujairah, and we're talking of cotton plantation. And when we start from growing cotton to the knitting and everything to get this material, it will employ 45,000 workers. And I've cited to Sisala area that we're going to do it. I know why I want to be president. All these investors, they have confidence when a president is speaking to them than a businessman. It takes a long time to convince them. But if you are president and you unveil your vision to them and they buy into it, they easily buy into it because they have the cause of political, instability. So with me as president, I will create jobs for the youth of this country. You have no idea. So we have a political chance, MPP, if they elect me as the flag bearer.
I've been talking to some people, and they paint all kinds of scenarios. And one of the scenarios they paint, it's a scenario where you have been elected as the candidate of the New Patriotic Party. And my very, very good friend Johnson Asedu Nketia has been elected as the NDC candidate.
Control.
Can you challenge Asedu Nketia?
Oh, why not? It's very easy. I'll beat him hands down.
Wow.
Yeah, because I have something to show for. When it comes to industries, the problem, the challenges of this country, first thing is unemployment. And I have examples to give. That is what Ghanaians want to hear, not your political party. This time, the politics is going to be about personalities, individuals, and their capability.
The achievement.
Yes, the achievement. And I stand tall among all candidates, both NDC and BP.
What if the NDC decided to go with Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Ajuma?
Oh, my respectable Professor Jane Nana. I don't think she will go, but if she goes, I will still beat her because I'm pragmatic. And they are academia. She can speak fine English, everything. But when it comes to the job, you need pragmatic leaders. Leaders who smell money. Do you understand what I say, smell money?
Sure. So
sitting here, I can say that, excuse me, you see this, 2 items here. But I'll say that this, they are not buying. This, the price is low. If I put this one here, okay, I get it here, it changes the design and it attracts people and they begin to buy. Meanwhile, these 2 things were there and people didn't know. So we don't smell money.
You're talking innovation.
Yes, we don't smell money because we know what we can do with coconut. We are not doing it. You can only see them chewing coconut. Western region, I always ask them, The delegates in Western region should put their political leaders over there. Have they asked a question? Why Nigerians send fleet of trucks to Nigeria, to Zomoro area to take up the lot? Have they asked that question?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's for nothing that will drive Nigeria, Benin, Togo, Ghana, Accra, all drive past Takoradi and go to Jomoro area and buy coconut. We can use coconut for cream, oil. We can use coconut for coconut oil, food.
Mm-hmm.
We can use the husk
Mm-hmm.
for charcoal,
Mm-hmm.
for exports. The machine you need for the charcoal is $200,000. We can use it as a fertilizer. Go to coconut. They use the coconut husk for their seedlings. So many things we can do with coconut, but we are not. That is what I mean by smell money. Another one is, last month I went to Togo twice on a business trip. On my way, I saw the land from crab plains all the way to Aflao. Jesus Christ. I asked myself, do we have leaders in this country? And let me praise this man too. You know, we come here, we talk back, and go. You are matured enough. You remember the way we tease or laugh at a champion.
Mm-hmm.
Now I respect him a lot. You know why? When I went to Sege to acquire the land, they gave me the indenture. When I went to check out, a champion had acquired 24,000 acres of that land, the 56, for cattle rearing. Dated back 1977. You see the vision? This is the kind of people we need, not the English. It's close. They'll come and tell you interest rate, inflation, GDP. If you are not brilliant at the basics, you cannot achieve your interest rate targets. You cannot achieve your GDP, above whatever that you want. You cannot.
Honorable, finally, you have been elected presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. The NDC has elected Julius Debra. Wow.
I'm not intimidated at all.
Julius Debra.
I'm not intimidated at all.
He's also practical like you.
Well, I have the big vision. You can be practical, but you have to dream. I'm a big dreamer. Let me share one of my strategies with you. We have 16 regional capitals. When you move from Accra to Kumasi, Kumasi is active from Friday 6 p.m. to Sunday 2 p.m. Ashanti region is dead. There are no businesses there. And you cannot determine the growth of the economy by the market women. No, that is not how you assess growth. So my first approach is that Accra is choked. We have to decentralize most of the ministries. First, Minister of Energy will go to Western region. 2, Minister of Education will go to Central region. You give them education. 3, Ashanti region is big area. You give them lands and forestry and works and housing. Northern region, you take Minister of Agri because they have huge, vast lands that we can develop. Minister of Trade, Eastern region. You give Sunyani Environment, Science and Technology. You continue to Upper East. Why? Because when the ministries are moved, one in Greater Accra, all those ministries, we're going to turn the ministry enclave as a financial hub. As a financial hub. Then we'll use where it is easy to moving the ministries is that all the regional administration in the various regions are underutilized. The capacity. So initially, when you move Minister of Energy, you split regional administration in Western region into two. When the workers go to Western region, they begin to rent. People now will begin to build construction. People will make phone calls. People will go to restaurant, market to eat. That's the beginning of growth. Okay? People will stay in a hotel because one transaction may take you about 2 weeks. When you go to moving pick, I see a lot of white or foreigners there. Then we go, Minister of Tourism will go to Volta region because you know what? Traveling around Volta region, I see potential in tourism. Odo River, whatever they call, very simple. This young man came to visit me in Dubai and I showed him. This is what I mean. We are going to dredge the Odo with below sea level, clean everything, make sure we sack all those squatters, build affordable restaurants, we put boats, and I've tracked it. It starts all the way from Insawam. So can you imagine the tourism industry? What we are going to do? I showed him another right in the middle of the sea in Dubai. They've created an island. Ghana is the center of the world. So we don't have a hotel with the name center of the world to attract tourists. Something. We are going to build a hotel in the sea. It's possible. I have seen it work. That's where, and therefore it's being
Meridian. Honorable, thank you so very much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very, very, very much, Honorable.
You're welcome.
Thank you so very
And thank you also for giving me an opportunity.
No, it's good for us. It's good for us. Maybe better for us than you. So thank you very much for coming. Now, viewers, we've been engaged in a conversation with Honorable Kennedy AGYAPONG, who wants to be president of Ghana. And he has shown us why he wants to be president of Ghana. First of all, by becoming the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, and then. We hope that he will come back again many times as the campaign intensifies, as the struggle to improve Ghana intensifies and so on. We will
Against you in the
But can we spend a little time to talk about the arrangements? There's been a lot of talk about top-down approach, bottom-up approach, and so on. The arrangement for the election of the presidential candidate, are you comfortable with it?
Yes. It was granted. So now, the two people that I think I will have to speak the truth. You can kill me today, tomorrow, I still maintain my position. Some of them were afraid to speak. I remember I met their dean at Abankesiem. He lamented this, and I told him, to come up, you have to demonstrate. But they kept quiet. And now most of them have become so unpopular in their constituencies because they couldn't speak. I will speak. Today, you see the way I'm talking, I'm calm. I'm not banking on this. I'm not doing that because I'm old. I'm mature. And to confess, I think it was good I lost the first time because the defeat has humbled me. That, that's the good side of it. Probably if I had won the first time, I would have won the general election anyway. I would have been solely headed. And let me tell the MPP people, I happened to be at Liberia president's inauguration. When I was checking, he put me into a hotel. When I was checking in, There were NDC people who were there already in the same hotel. Then one of the guys shouted, "Hey, can I Japan? So when I turned, then he said, "Ulusu yede any GO to champagne." Because my boss, for 12 show style of campaign, ideas na no one na machine. See, Ulusu yani Uzu is a done deal. And they started popping champagne. Yeah, he told me, Liberia. So, the MPP for NTNE, MPP for NTNE, they should listen to what Ghanaians are saying. Even the NDC. How here President Mahama, my ideas were me and son. I incorporated it. So somebody said, well, we are, and I'm saying, now we party for they don't accept, be accepted. Big deal. Ghana first. He feels this will help. That first one is the students joining the military for military training 6 months, and a couple of them, about 3, that he incorporated into it. Yeah, he wants to develop this country. So I don't have a problem. So MPP people should listen to what Ghanaians are saying, and they should see Kennedy Japan as a new brand. You see, the brand is now new. I'm cool, but I'm full of ideas.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'd like to ask about a particular person. That young student who was stabbed during the country tour. Where is he? What happened to him?
Oh, I took care of him. Now he's good.
Back to school?
Yeah.
Back to school.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you regret that because of you somebody was stabbed?
Oh, yes. It's unfortunate, but every misfortune is a blessing. I don't say this to disgrace the mother. Through the stabbing, I got in contact with the mother. And now I set her up. So maybe through the son, now she has a capital to do business. See, it's all good. But he came to me the other day, the boy himself, came. He's well, he's back. School. But all I'll say is the advice is we shouldn't take politics that far. We shouldn't take politics that far. And if they don't read the Bible, they should go and read. It says, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his life?
You read the Bible?
I did BP, I did RS, and I did theology 3 years.
But that's different from believing in it.
I believe in God, yes.
You're a serious Christian.
Yes. Anybody who thinks there's no God, I personally think he's a fool. Because I don't want anybody to come and tell me speaking in tongues means he's a Christian or whatever. No. But what makes me believe, even if it's not God, in traditional religion, they call it omnipotent. The mere fact that, kwesi, we are here today, around 9-10 p.m., you feel so tired, you sleep, and you don't even know where you are. That alone tells you there's a superior being. And that supreme being can be called God. So I believe in God.
But I'm also aware of all these bishops and archbishops who make predictions that never come true, especially with elections.
Yeah.
You also claim to be speaking in the name of God.
But if you read Samuel all the way to 1st and 2nd Kings, you get all these things. Samuel was a man of God, prophet. There were other false prophets. So right from about over 1,000 years ago, there were false prophets and genuine ones. So it hasn't changed.
We are still there.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take another short break. And when we come back, this is going to be the last leg of this conversation. I'd like you to assess the current situation where we are today. And honestly, if you look at where we are today, do you think that your party has a fighting chance if you look at where we are today? So when we come back, short break. Honorable Kennedy AGYAPONG. Honorable, you say it as it is. Everybody knows that about you. The current situation where we are now, do you think that your party has a fighting chance?
Well, the answer is simple. We have a fighting chance, but depends on the candidate they choose. If they choose Kennedy AGYAPONG, they have a fighting chance. I'll beat NDC hands down. And I'm going to do it. I have fantastic ideas as I speak to you. See, we go back to what I said. Brilliant at the basics. When I went to Dubai and met a group of businessmen trying to bring businesses to Ghana,